Wow. See, a lot of people got excited when the lights go on, boy. Black people love the dark. Yeah, man, I know what kind of people you are, you know? I mean, we would have a simple birthday party, like a house party, but there was always one room, completely dark, blackouts, because that's where people are going to do their nastiness. Rub off the people wallpaper. Yeah, man, I know what used to go on in them rooms. And the thing is, you get these guys in the room, and accidentally, one of them might just lean on the light switch and the light come on. You see black man leap across the room like something out of the Matrix. Leap, box out the light bulb. Keep it dark, my friend. I don't want nobody to show me. Because you know, remember the dance? In the dance, we would be like a certain kind of man. When I used to go, I used to spot them. I used to do one of them bad boy. Yeah, man, I'm a friend there. And we would arrive at the dance 2 o'clock in the morning. When everybody would mash up. We're coming fresh. And in those days, we used to wear Crocs. We have crocodile skin shoes. No money, but we have Crocs. And we used to press the trousers and everything sharp, line everything sharp and pretty. And then you get to the dance, pitch darkness. Nobody can see the trousers, nobody can see the Crocs. And when you walk into those dances, sometimes the DJ would be talking pure rubbish. Pure rubbish, man. When you come and special request in a couple of marbles, or something to make you rock the moves, I would think you really got to come and go with language. Right now, I'm gonna run out the lyrics as I was really big, so I'm gonna just make it up as I go along. Black people, say black people in the dance. Go on, we're doing it. Go on. Rubbish. Couldn't understand a word of the man said. And me and my friends, we would be in the dance, find a little dark corner, start build up a split, you know? That's how we do it. And then, when you're bad, we were bad, I was a little trouble, I was a little fair fight. One day, we was walking along the road and we see a policeman, and he go walk by himself. Big mistake. Me and 4 other friends. One day by himself, full uniform. And there was like corrugated iron, you know, like a building site, and we walk next to that. We just squeeze him out. That's what we got past. Hey, boy. Yeah, trouble, pure trouble we have done. And in the dance, we stand up in the corner and put out that foot like pure darkness, you know. And some poor, unsuspecting fool would come along and accidentally mash the Crocs. Now look, you know when you meet someone and they go like them bad, you know, bad man, you know, you meet some guy, hey, you see me, he's a bad man. That's not a bad man, that's an idiot. No bad man tell anybody say they're bad. You understand? Tony Blair was a bad man. Him go out nice and go kill a whole lot of people. And then the next thing we'll go vote for him again. He said that's a bad man. But bad man in the black community, we're really bad. We don't make a lot of noise, we're quiet. And as the man mashed the Crocs, man just and grab the man in the darkness. And don't grab him with a full hand, just the thumb and forefinger by an elbow. Hold it. And the voice changed. It get quiet. Brethren, you realize some Crocs you don't know. I beg you just ease up. You having money? As a Roman black man drink calm. Pure trouble, pure trouble. think about something. I want you just for a minute to imagine that scripture in the Bible where Abraham is told by God, Abraham, know for a surety. It is like a black man. God was like a Jamaican. Remember translate, he must say, Abraham, make no mistake when I tell you. Know for a surety that your seed shall be a stranger in a strange land for 400 years. God talking. At the end of that time, Abraham, I will come and I will judge that nation which they shall serve, and they shall come out having great substance. Question. I want you to go all over this planet. The planet in its circumference is 24,896 miles. The diameter of the earth is 7,926 miles. The total area of land and water is 196,940,000 square miles. And I want you to go and search among all the people on the planet and go into all of their histories, and you will find no people on this planet, past, present, or coming in the future, who have been in bondage for 400 years, except for one set of people. Now, 3 people applaud. Everybody else vexed. Where I try to say. Question. What if, I'm just asking you to think about this. What if we are in fact those people? What if the scripture is not talking about some ancient time back there, but it's talking about right now, today? What if, just ifs, I want you to think, what if we are the real children of Israel, scattered to the 4 corners of the earth? Lost our name, our language, our culture, our God, like nomadic people, don't know who we are. What if these young boys shooting and stabbing and killing one another? Did you hear about my nephew? Somebody came up behind him and put a shotgun to the back of his head. 14 years old. He's gone now. This is the reality that's going on these streets. And I'm saying, brothers and sisters, this Red Sea that the children of Israel had to go through, they ain't talking about, see, on the white charter has done too much. Moses and a sea, but we're not talking about no sea, but it's a sea of blood. Among a sea of people, I want you to think, because this 21st century, brothers and sisters, belongs to you. It belongs to us. The scripture says, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Did you know that once upon a time you and I walked with God? In fact, hold on. Do you know that you are all God's children of the Most High God? And I know what some of you are saying. I know what some of you are saying. Some of you are vexed and say, I don't believe in no God. You got black people nowadays who say call themselves atheists. Black people say they don't believe in no God. Have dog in the house. Dog! I made the dog kiss their face. Lick their face. But dog is best friend. What are you talking about? But let me prove to you how I know that when you say you're an atheist, you have to tell pure lie. Pure lie. Have you ever been on the airplane? You know when the airplane is a little turbulence? Watch black people. You know, call for the pilot. You start talking, oh God. It's in your nature, it's in your very DNA. And brothers and sisters, if we remain in denial of that fundamental part of ourselves, we ain't talking about no external religion being imposed on nobody. We're talking about the very nature of us as a people. Did you know that? Thank you. 4 people up there. Thank you very much. Did you know, brothers and sisters, that we have a very, very highly developed conscience? Did you know that? Let me ask you to go back a little bit. I want you to go back to when you were a little boy or you were a little girl. And I want you to think about that time when you were a little boy or you were a little girl and you went into your mum's purse and you took 10p. I want you to think back. You will know the thing that you would do. Or you took that biscuit that mommy said, don't touch the biscuit. And you put the cellophane back. Careful, that you never notice. I want you to just think back to the little thing that you did. But did you notice how even though it was such a small thing, you see the way it came straight back? Total recall? It never goes. Did you know that the book that will be opened on the day of judgment is written within you? Did you know that every single thing that you've ever done in your life is recorded right here? This is the reality, brothers and sisters. And we can't get away from this. And I'm saying, I want us to think tonight. Because Felix Dexter's legacy is more than just comedy. And those who have passed, all of our great ancestors who went before us, the great Marcus Messiah Garvey, the great Patrice Lumumba, the greats among us, the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X, all of them sacrificed tremendously that you and I could be here today. Do you realize that we're here today because some people died? Come on, man, I just want you to think with me. Just think. We do our ancestors a tremendous disservice if we think that because we've got a flat or a house or a flat screen TV or a BMW or a Mercedes Benz and a few pounds in the bank, some of us think that because of these things we have arrived. But we're living in an era where whole empires are coming down. The former Soviet Union, nobody saw it coming. Saddam Hussein didn't see it coming. Assad didn't see it coming. Muammar Gaddafi didn't see it coming. This is how precarious the world is that we live in. And you and I, we are the only people on the planet. Listen to what we refuse to do. We refuse to do what other people take for granted. We refuse to come together and do for ourselves like Chinese people do, like Asian people do, like white people do. You angry? Are you angry with me? By the way, this is why you don't see Leo Muhammad on television. Because, you know, this is serious business. But listen, I'm going to say something really serious now, more serious than anything I just said. We're going to have a 30-minute break. Sisters, please give yourselves a round of applause for coming back on time. Well done, fantastic. Now, how many of you watched the Conor McGregor and Abib fight? Any fight fans? Did you see it? Yeah, man, that face the boy and get bust up. Did you see where they start cut? Yeah. That wasn't no little tapping or that. Oh God, y'all kill me, y'all kill me. I hate when people talk bad. They talk so bad. And that man was upset And he had so much energy coming in. When he started beating McGregor, you know, and I know some of you black people in the room will vet some certain messages about your secret McGregor fans. Yes, it's true. Some black people think they're good. He's not, man. And the brother was so upset. Because the man said some nasty stuff about him, father, about him, religion. So when the fight done, he still has more energy. He need a next fight. But you see the hypocrisy in this fight business, where they're saying, oh, Abi jumped over the cage and he's wrong and he shouldn't have done that. But they never said that when McGregor attacked his coach. Tell him, man. I like a good fighter. A good fighter. Yeah. You know, someone really said to yourself, you can't do that no more. Love a good fight, man. Love a good fight. Pump up a boy. Shape up, you know? We've got to be able to fight, man. Sisters. In fact, the sisters have always been able to fight. It's true. The black woman is a fighter, man. She carried us for 9 months in her womb, and she's carried us for about 400 years in her back, man. This is real. The black woman. The black woman. You know, you are the most beautiful, the most powerful woman on the planet. Honestly. And you just have to believe in yourself, sisters. Just believe in yourself, man. And as brothers, you know, people criticize us in the Nation of Islam. They love to criticize us and call us all kinds of ugly names. But look at my face. You don't see me hiding underneath my bed. I'm not embarrassed. I'll come out in the public and tell it like it is. Because we're not no liars, we're not dealing with no lies, we're not dealing with no foolishness and no story. Just truth, man. That's what Jesus said. He said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Truth is really, really critical and important. You know this author, who is the author who is responsible for the book 1984. You know, Big Brother is watching you. George Orwell. By the way, I think his real name is not even George Orwell, it was Blair. 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 Take off the D. Liar. But listen to what George Orwell said. George Orwell said, in a time of universal deceit, telling the truth will become a revolutionary act. We're living today, brothers and sisters, in a time of universal deceit. What you're watching on the news about Sainsbury's and the Russians poisoning somebody, what you're watching on the news about the Saudis and what happened in the Istanbul embassy, what you're watching on the news with this man now, Trump, in the White House, but the way they're trying to get you to focus on Trump, like Trump is the worst thing since sliced bread. Let me tell you something. See, we're falling for the hype. Do you realize that Trump is no different to any of them that went before? The only difference between Trump is that Trump is not a trained politician. Trump has no filter between his thoughts and his mouth. Whatever Trump thinks and says. And why they're mostly upset with Trump is because he's an embarrassment, because he reveals everything. See, if you ask me to choose between enemies, you say, Leo, what kind of enemy you want? Do you want an enemy that's going to smile in your face, hug you up and tell you all them love you, and take out the knife and secretly stab you in your back? Or do you want an enemy that comes in your face and says, black Negro, I don't like you. Give me the second one any day. Any day. Any day. That's what black people need. If Hillary would have become president, oh my God, we would have gone way back to sleep. Not just to sleep, and tout duvet we are sleeping. But Hillary was the one who said that black people are, what's she called me? Say it again. No, say it again. Super predators. It was her husband who created the legislation called 3 strikes and you're out. Which then meant that on the 3rd strike you could be guilty of stealing a loaf of bread, but you're going to prison for life. And it destroyed hundreds of thousands of black families, and there are millions of black people right now in prison in America as a result of that Bill Clinton policy. No, I'm not defending Trump. I don't like him. But I prefer a man who don't like me to tell me he don't like me. I don't like the hypocrisy. But you see, before him it was Obama. And they did everything in their power to disrespect that man. Did you know that Barack Obama was the most threatened president in the history of the presidency? And that they were openly racist to him? But you see, now, they wish they did have Obama in the White House. Because you see, once you go black, anyway, listen, could you come up here please? 26 years ago, I stood on this stage and I held a little baby in my arms. Here she is. My wife had just given birth to her and I held her in my arms. She was fresh. Don't point at her, no, you're in trouble. 26. This was the first one that I delivered myself. The midwife was Felix. She was in our bedroom while me and my wife was in the front room and we just take care of business. Since this one, how many have we delivered now? Since?
So many.
And I deliver all my children myself. Just me and my wife. I just wanted you to see, because she's never had an injection. I want you to hear me. A lot of our children are coming down now with autism. I know some of you, when I talk about it's one of them conspiracies. Let me tell you something. The people that are the enemies of our lives, they don't play. And when you see them going all over Africa, injecting our people about birth control, understand what's being done. This is real, brothers and sisters. And our people are dying today. Did you know that? All right, let me go there, because I know someone will vex me. I'll make you vex us. Do you realize that AIDS is man-made? Do you understand that Ebola is man-made? I hope you do. Because these people ain't playing, man. And you be very careful what you put into your children or allow them to put into you. Because they have a death plan for us. Because what they recognize is that it's your time. And these young people, our little boys and girls on the street, that you see them walking with their trousers down, do you realize that they've been programmed to have their trousers down? Thank you, Aziza. That's my daughter. They've been programmed to have their trousers down and them underpants unshort. They're subject to programming. These young people are stabbing and killing one another. And I'm telling you, man, when you go to the prisons and you visit them in there, and you see them, they're holding their head, they don't even know why they did it. Many of them are killing their own friends because they are subject to a program, and it's all in the music and it's all in the food. You see this chicken that we love to eat? I'm not playing. You see this Nando's and Kentucky? watch chickens. Frightened and frightened. And these young people are killing each other because they're frightened. They're fearful. They haven't got confidence. Many of them don't see themselves living into old age. This is reality. And I'm saying, any parents in the house? Parents, stop trying to make your children your best friend. Stop it. Stop it. Be a parent. You want the definition of parent? And you pay the rent. You're paying the mortgage. You are in charge. Stop being afraid of the government. And your children are telling you, if you hit me, I call social services. Let me tell you something, man. Brothers and sisters, I think the first act is going to be ready to go in a second, but brothers and sisters, Felix Dexter, he lived among us, and he died among us, and life and death is real. There is not one of us in this room that's going to get out of life alive. I want you to think about that. The one thing that's guaranteed is that you and I, our day is coming. But we should not be in the least bit afraid of that day. Did you know that you actually cannot die? See, this flesh, it goes back into the earth. But do you appreciate, brothers and sisters, that there's something in you that's bigger than your flesh? Do you understand spirit or energy or electricity? Do you know that that energy, which is the real you, do you know that nobody has ever met you? Do you know that when your mom or your dad says, yeah, I know you, you're my son, you're my daughter, they've never met you? Do you know that if they were to invent a machine that they could put on our heads that could read our minds, people would be shocked at what we think individually? Because no one knows our thoughts but ourselves. No one really knows the person behind these eyes. The closest you can get to ever seeing another human being is looking directly into their eyes, not their form. All of us think that this thing is so important. We think these things are so important. We think this form is, no, brothers and sisters, you're bigger than all of that. There's something greater. Are we ready? Beautiful. There's something greater. And before we end this evening, I want you to leave this place thinking about your greater self and your destiny and what we can achieve and what we can accomplish if we would only think. As a man, as a woman thinketh, so is he, so is she. We are our thoughts. Think about what you think about, brothers and sisters. Very, very important.